Most competitive advantages do not last. Competitors relentlessly chip away at your market share, steadily eroding any edge you have built. To survive this natural decay, an organization relies on strategy formulation, the process of modifying current objectives to build a sustainable defense. This requires management to determine the precise courses of action to take right now, while simultaneously revising the overarching purpose of the organization. But planning alone is insufficient. Even a brilliant strategy is useless if it is not successfully implemented. Execution often breaks down because managers treat strategy as a single plan. Instead, it operates as a structured system of layers. True advantage requires building an integrated hierarchy of strategy, stacking these layers so they lock together. The structure begins at the bedrock of business vision and cascades upward through 3 distinct operational tiers. For the structure to hold its shape under pressure, the recommendations made across those 3 operational levels must be internally consistent. They must fit together. Building this integrated architecture is the primary method for a leader attempting to shield an organization from decline. We start at the foundation, business vision. This is a vividly descriptive mental image of a desirable future state for the organization. Consider Henry Ford. He wielded what modern strategists refer to as a big, hairy, audacious goal. His goal was a car in every garage. It was an ambitious dream that captured the imagination of his workforce. That single articulated vision motivated employees and mobilized internal resources, ultimately translating the idea into operational reality. Authors Collins and Porras define a well-conceived vision using a 2-part architecture. The first half is the core ideology. This represents the organization's enduring values, what it stands for, and why it exists. It operates as an anchor that remains steady despite shifting market trends. The second half is the envisioned future. This is a long-term goal that demands organizational change and progress to achieve. To ensure this vision performs, high-performing visions possess 4 generic features identified by Nutt and Backoff. It must entail possibility, desirability, actionability, and clear articulation. The way a vision is crafted also dictates its success. The leader-dominated approach, where the CEO dictates the vision from the top down, is criticized in modern strategy because it often ignores employee empowerment. An alternative is the pump-priming approach. Here, the CEO seeds visionary ideas, but selects specific groups within the organization to develop those parameters. The facilitation approach operates as a co-creative process, where a wide range of people participate, and the CEO acts as a facilitator. This facilitation approach produces more successful organizational change. When employees participate in building the vision, they are more willing to act in accordance with it. With the foundational vision set, management moves into the active formulation phase, revising the organization's mission and setting achievable objectives. This formulation relies on a 4-step protocol. First, management reviews current baseline objectives. Second, they identify a range of strategic alternatives to address their critical issues. Third is evaluation. Here, alternatives are weighed using a fit matrix. Every alternative is evaluated to ensure the organization's internal resources and competencies match the external opportunities. There is also a secondary fit to balance, weighing the risks of the proposed strategy against the expectations of key stakeholders. The final step is deciding on the alternatives. The chosen strategy must be practical, cost-effective, and feasible within a realistic timeframe. This decision step is only productive if the chosen path is pushed into implementation. Skipping this rigorous evaluation loop results in strategies that are disruptive or impossible to execute with the resources currently available. The output of this formulation protocol manifests as 3 hierarchical tiers of active strategy. The first and broadest tier sits on the vision foundation. This is corporate-level strategy. This level is focused on broad decisions that determine the total organization's scope and overall direction. It breaks down into 3 components. First is growth strategy, deciding whether the company should retrench, maintain stability, or expand. Next is portfolio strategy. This dictates which specific lines of business to enter and determines the balance of concentration versus diversification. Finally, parenting strategy establishes how to allocate resources and manage capabilities across that overall portfolio. Sitting on top of the corporate level is the second tier, competitive strategy, often referred to as business-level strategy. This tier dictates how to attract customers, defend against rivals, and build an advantage within a specific strategic business unit or line of business. The final, top tier of the pyramid is functional strategy. This level deals with localized activities for specific functional areas, like marketing or production, to maximize resource productivity. These functional choices must directly interact with and support the broader competitive and corporate strategies positioned beneath them. Looking at the completed architecture, you can see how the entire system must communicate vertically. If alignment breaks down, localized functional execution becomes wasted effort, particularly if a functional unit's actions contradict the competitive positioning of the business unit. Likewise, a competitive strategy will fail if it ignores the parent organization's broader corporate limits. A lack of vision is associated with organizational decline and failure. When companies fail to build core competencies, it is rarely due to a lack of resources. It happens because strategies lacking visionary content fail to recognize when the environment demands a shift. Execution requires a system of constant orchestration. Strategic management involves the relentless, daily maintenance of these interlocking tiers. Strategic success is achieved when every localized action pulls the organization closer to its envisioned future.